Hey everybody, I'm Orion Carrington and I'm going to be doing the Independent Spotlight for you guys. I'm here with Susan Green. Yeah, give it up. Susan Green with the Colorado Independent. You guys just saw an interview with her. That was actually right here at Denver Open Media. And funny enough, fast forward a year or so, and you guys have actually just become the newest tenants of Denver Open Media. So how's that?
It's great. We
Yeah.
moved in
Welcome.
today. We moved in today.
Today?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're literally like the newest tenants.
Yeah. Well, it's August 1st.
Yeah.
First Friday, so it makes sense that
Nice.
we just moved into the second floor, the northeast corner. We have a little newsroom up there, and we're really happy to be here.
That's really cool. So, with you and all the other organizations that are now in Denver Open Media is becoming kind of a nonprofit hub. So, how is it being a part of all that? And is it good energy for you guys? Is it helping you guys with your creativity? What kind of stuff is it helping you being in this building?
Yeah, it's really important to us. Half of us are veteran newspaper people.
Okay.
So being in a little newsroom, any kind of newsroom, is just a privilege just to be working
Right.
together, because we were actually working out of our homes for our first year since we reinvented
Wow.
ourselves. And then to be near all this equipment and the foundation and other journalists and The Voice and documentarians, and have that kind of energy and that kind of really, people just to talk to about what they're
Right.
working on, is for people who used to have it and didn't have it and were kind of hungry for it. It's really nice to have it back.
Nice. Now tell us a little bit more about that. You said you reinvented yourself, and now obviously you guys are here, but what was that progression like to kind of get to where you guys are now from where Colorado Independent was?
Right. Colorado Independent was founded in 2007. It was part of a national network of independent media called the American Independent News Network. There were sites in states, not all around the country, but in many states, and we were the last one standing.
Nice.
Kind of nice until it kind of dissolved in about January of 2013. And so we came in and created a new nonprofit corporation, and we are managing it from Colorado by Coloradans for Coloradans.
That's the way we like it. Yeah, give it up for that. And what is you guys' mission now that you've kind of reestablished it, emerged from the ashes, as it were, and founded yourselves again?
Yeah. It is to tell stories that aren't being told elsewhere. We're doing a lot of political coverage, a lot of investigative coverage. We make it our point a mission of ours, to give voice to people who don't have voices in the community. And the need for this kind of media is so big right now, given the market, without naming names. It's just, people are hungry for good quality journalism,
Right.
and we're here to offer it.
That's great. No, that's great. Now, you guys do actually dig deeper. When you go onto the website and everything, you guys really kind of, a lot of other publications, we won't mention anything, but they do the surface story, but you guys really get in there and kind of get really deep in there. So like, what is some of the methods that you guys use, or what's the reason that you guys think it's so important to actually really give the story behind the story and get really deep in the coverage?
Yeah, well, a lot of people who call themselves journalists these days are just basically reprinting press releases put out by
Right.
campaigns or corporations. We don't do that. So our method is just shoe leather reporting. It's just getting out there, having lived here for a while, knowing people who are making laws, knowing people who are trying to change policies, knowing people who are starting movements, who are trying to make changes in our state, and interviewing them, and sometimes uncovering things about people in power that we've done a series of stories lately on the misconduct and excessive force in the Denver
Yes.
Sheriff's Department.
Yes.
We've obtained a lot of leaked videos that are really disturbing, and what that requires is filing a Freedom of Information request and knowing how to do that. And there are a lot of people out there who, in this kind of blogosphere, who just don't have that kind of background in
Right.
investigative journalism, and we do. And we also have Mike Litwin who was at the Rocky Mountain News, the legendary Mike Litwin, and then the Denver Post. It was a privilege to work with him at the Post for our last years there, and it is a joy to have him back. He's our columnist, and there are lots of people in the state who really missed him when he was gone.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and so really it's great to be working with him again.
That's great. Well, I'm glad that you guys are actually part of the Denver Open Media family now.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have next. Is there anything that you guys are working on that we can kind of wet our whistles a little bit with?
Yeah, well, I'm still going to dog the Denver Sheriff's Department. There's a lot more misconduct coming, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
And the more that we shed light on it, the more that they make changes.
Good.
We will be deep into this election season covering the candidates in the Senate race and the governor's race and the congressional races. We'll be covering local control and personhood. We cover the environment, I think, better than anybody in the time zone.
Definitely.
So, and we cover just social justice issues in a way that aren't getting covered at all.
I love it. Well, I love what you guys are doing. Thank you so much, Susan. Welcome to the Denver Open Media building. Glad to have you guys here. And speaking of nonprofits, we actually are going to be doing another series of interviews and a new show next week featuring nonprofits in a class that was actually done with the nonprofits next week. There's going to be voting for that. Stay tuned. Go to the Denver Open Media website, the Facebook as well, and you can vote on that probably a little bit later on this week. But exciting stuff going on. Glad to have you guys here. Thank you so much, Susan.
Thank you. It's great to be here.